Hello and welcome to my favorite TBR to make. It is time for Magical Readathon once again. If you don't know what Magical Readathon is, link in the description to G's video explaining everything. I am still going to be a necromancer, which is what I was doing last year. So I have again a shit ton of books to read. Let's hope it's not as stressful as last time because I had a time last year. Anyways, let's get straight into it. So to be a necromancer, I need to read 8 books because there are 8 prompts for my career. The first one is Animal Studies, which is to flip a coin. Heads is non-fiction and tails is fiction. So I have not chosen that yet. So we're gonna do that. But before we do, I'm gonna choose the 2 books that are gonna go against each other. For nonfiction, I'm gonna go with Becoming because it is the only book I have that is nonfiction. And for fiction, I'm gonna be choosing Terms and Conditions because I really want to read it. So these are the 2 books. I'm gonna put them behind me. And now we're gonna ask Siri to flip a coin because I can't be bothered to get a coin. Flip a coin.
It's heads.
Thank you, Diane. So Becoming it is. I am excited, but also this is a fat book. So that's book number 1 on my TBR. The next prompt or class or whatever is Conjuration, which is to read a book recommended to you by a friend. And for that, I'm going to be reading Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa Bashardust. I don't know. Because my friend Georgia made me buy this and read this, or gave this to me. No, I think I bought it. She recommended this to me. Moral of the story. All I know is that it is a Snow White retelling. The next prompt is Demonology, which is to read a book that is compared to one of your favorites. And this was so confusing for me. I looked at people's videos of if you like this, you will like this. Didn't find anything I had or found interesting. And then I also went to Goodreads and like what should I read next, which is a website that has like recommendations based on a book that you type in. And on Goodreads I found a list that was like books people also enjoyed if they liked Illuminae, and so I picked from that because that is one of my favorite books. And one of the books on there recommended to me was Renegades by Marissa Meyer, which has been on my list of to read for so long that I think it's time. So I'm putting this on my TBR. And this is about superheroes, from what I know. The next prompt is Spells and Incantations, which is to read a book between the page range of 389 to 415, which is really specific. And for that, I'm choosing Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman because it is 392 pages, which fits that perfectly. And this is about the end of the world. And that's all I know. The next prompt is Inscription, which is to read a book that is on your top shelf, which is physically top shelf, which I can't do because my top shelf is all read books. So I thought I would do top shelf of my reading cart, which is to the side over there. So we're gonna move. This is what it's currently looking like. Ignore the mess of cables and stuff. But I think I'm gonna do myself a favor and choose a book that is not part of the series because that's what 90% of these books are. I'm talking really fast. I think I'm gonna go with Recursion because I'd heard good things. Let's go back because this is a really weird angle. The next prompt is Lore, which is to read a book with a map. And for that, I'm gonna be reading Ever the Brave, which is the second book of the Ever the Hunted series by Erin Summerall, and it follows a girl whose dad has been murdered and the person who seems to be to blame is her best friend, and so she is assigned the task to try and find her best friend. The next prompt is Restoration, which is to close your eyes and randomly pick a book. I chose 3 books that I'm actually excited to read because I'm being nice to myself. And they are these 3. They are the sequel to Renegades, Terms and Conditions again, and the sequel to Sorcery of Thorns, which I'm really excited for. So this, I don't even know how to do this. Do I need to go get my sister? Or should I just ask her to pick? I think I'm gonna ask her to pick because they're different. I know which one is which. Except these two I could mix and not know which one is which, but this one I know.
I know you want to read the middle one.
No, just, I want to read all of them.
No,
I genuinely want to read all of them. Just choose which one you think is more slay.
That one.
Okay, slay, thank you. So my sister chose that, which is great because I do need to read that series. I did genuinely want to read all of those books, but whatever. And then the last prompt is Shapeshifting, which is a book with wolf in the title, the cover, the name of the author. And for that I'm going with Gilded Wolves. I think that counts. By Roshani Chokshi. This is what my friend told me because he DNF'd this. He said this is Six of Crows, basically. So like a group of people trying to do a heist of something. I don't know, but I don't really like to know what's going on with books before I go into them. So all of these books behind me are on my TBR for April. I hope I don't struggle because they're all kind of big. I might end up changing some of the books, which I usually do, so this is not really set in stone. It's just for now what I'm planning on reading. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!